I am taking you along throughout my house to show you all of the things that Cinnabun has chewed. This could be your furniture. Hello Buns, and welcome back to Cinnabun Sundays, a weekly video series where we talk about all things bunny. Now you might have noticed I'm in a different spot today, and that is because today's video is going to be a bit more vlog style because I am taking you along throughout my house to show you all of the things that Cinnabun has chewed. I may be biased when I say this, but I think that Cinnabun is an absolutely amazing bunny. She's really well behaved, and I pretty much just brag about her all the time on this channel, but it would be totally unrealistic if I just talked about Cinnabun all the time on here and never really shared the negative sides to bunny ownership. And I would say one of the biggest downfalls of owning a rabbit is they are quite destructive. Yes, dogs and cats can be destructive in their own right, but people just don't think of this tiny little rabbit as having the ability to just destroy so many things. So today I'm going to break down any walls, any illusions that I have that Cinnabun and I have a completely perfect life, and show you our dirty little secrets, all the things in my house that I'm hiding that she is just taking a big old chomp out of. Before we get started, if this is your first time seeing my face, go ahead and hit subscribe down below and like this video if you can relate to my pain. All right, let's go. Hello. The very first place I have brought you is to our sofa here. This is the sofa in the Cinnabun room, so in the sunroom. Now you'll notice behind me that I have a blanket on it, and that is because I am protecting this from if she has an accident, if she has like 𝒮𝒃𝒃𝒃𝒃 smears. But what I didn't realize would come in handy is Cinnabun has discovered she likes to chew up sofas. So this blanket here is actually the third blanket I've had on the sofa because she has destroyed the blankets before. I just got this one like a month ago and she's already torn a giant hole right through it. Hopefully this one lasts longer. So far it's been on here for about a week and there are not any chew marks, so it might be harder for her to get her little teeth into, but if you have fabric furniture, highly suggest covering it with a blanket because this could be your furniture. Okay, so the next place that I have taken us to is my cord zone over here. I work in the bunny room in the sunroom. This is also my office. So I have a ton of cords that I put into this basket here. I also protect the cords that come out of the basket with these cord protectors, and luckily those have pretty much saved my cords from getting chewed. But if you look closely at these cord protectors, Cinnabun has definitely taken some nibbles out of them. Luckily, she has not really figured out that she can fully chew all the way through the cord protector and get to the cord. She'll just take a few bites, but it's definitely something I'm keeping an eye on. I know I've heard stories of some rabbits that just chew right through these, and if you have a rabbit that does, I recommend getting those like cord hiders that you can stick to the wall. They're thicker and harder to chew. But for now, I'm sticking with these cord protectors because everywhere else in the house, she hasn't really chewed them up. It's just like places like the bunny room where she is all the time, where this specific one is on the ground, and she just has always been like, huh, I bet I can chew that. So the next stop on our tour day chewing is this blanket basket here, which is really overflowing. You can probably tell by the texture of it that this is just a giant rabbit chew toy. No matter what I do, I cannot convince Cinnabun to stop chewing it, which to be fair is kind of my own fault. So to have giant baskets like this around the house is pretty confusing to her, so I can't blame her for it, but she does know at this point that this basket she gets in trouble for when she chews on it. It's kind of a lost cause at this point. There's just chew marks all over it, but I'm holding on hope, and eventually I'm sure she will chew a hole through it. But until that day comes, I'm keeping this blanket basket. The next thing is this chair. So Cinnabun has noticed that Bryant and I sit in chairs, so she thinks to herself, well, I should have a chair too. So she's claimed a few chairs in this house, but this one, because there's wood on the handles right here, this has become a personal favorite of hers because it's a chair and it's a chew toy, or at least she thinks it is. It's nothing bad. We always scold her anytime we see her chewing on it, but if you look at the arms, there's just little baby bunny bite marks all over it, which is really unfortunate. Luckily, I got this chair secondhand from Facebook Marketplace, so it's not like I spent an arm and a leg on it, but I still love it and don't really want it to be eaten alive, so hopefully we can continue to scold her and let her know that this is not a chew toy. Find something else, preferably a toy to chew on. Next up, we're now in my bedroom, and now Cinnabun actually does not have access to this room. This is like a Cinnabun free place just so we can have cords out, have our stuff unprotected. However, I used to let Cinnabun come in here and play sometimes. Notice that I said used to, because the walls in here, I would just be sitting in bed and hear little noises and I would look down and something about it. I think because this room is off limits, she would come in here and be like, I need to cause as much terror as I possibly can before mommy kicks me out. So no more bedroom time. We are still in my bedroom because what would a video about rabbit chewing be if I didn't have a cord? Yeah, something about Bryant's cord specifically. I think that she knows that it makes him extra mad when she chews through cords. She will hop over my cords to snip his in half. And of course, this is one of the cords that's in our bedroom. It's unprotected. She gets these suckers immediately. It's just like silly of me to think I can put her in a room with just exposed cords and think that nothing's gonna happen. Our next stop is the dining room, another area where Cinnabun is not allowed because you can see I have this gate here blocking the kitchen from the dining room. Now, I actually used to have this gate in our living room, but if you look closely at it, this gate did not stand much of a chance against little Miss Cinnabun. It's wooden, so as soon as she realized she could sink her teeth into it, it was game over. So I kept this gate because she doesn't really like to go in the kitchen as much because it's very loud in there, so this is a good spot where I know that she's not gonna like chew through the gate, but I did have to take it out of the living room because she was just slowly working her way through the gate until eventually she would have definitely been able to just squeeze right through. So our last stop on the Cinnabun chewing tour is our stairwell. This is a newer thing that I don't quite know what to do about yet, so leave me a comment if you do know how to solve this. She has been chewing up the carpet in our stairs. She like comes up here specifically because she knows that we're like in the living room not looking, and she goes into the corner and she'll just dig right at the carpet and pull at it. Lucky for her, we're trying to replace our carpet soon with hardwood, so this won't be a permanent problem, but it is very, very annoying. I'm very lucky that she hasn't really been doing that throughout our house. I know some bunnies, it's like a big thing for them just to tear up the carpets. Luckily, it's just like been this one area, but it's still very frustrating. And Buns, those are the main areas of my house that, even though I've bunny-proofed my house, Cinnabun has still found a way to chew to. I am sure there are a ton of other little things in my house that Cinnabun is still chewing on and that I've forgotten, but those are like the main problem areas that I've been noticing recently that I figured I would share with you. Comment down below your like main problem areas with your bunny in your house, and maybe like we can help each other out in the comments giving suggestions on bunny proofing, so definitely do that. But yeah, this channel is meant to educate and help you, but I also really want to be vulnerable and share that I'm not perfect. I'm learning. There are mistakes that I've made. There are things Cinnabun destroys. It's all about like being super transparent and trying my best to share that with you. So I hope that you found this video relatable. I hope you found it helpful, or at least made you feel a little bit better about maybe things that are being chewed in your own house, and I will see you in our next video. Bye, Buns.